Welcome to the Talk Chamber. Today is the final installment of our Next Gen Awardee interviews. If you have not listened to the past 2 episodes, you are missing out. Truly, these are incredible young professionals with so many insights about business, about leadership, and about Memphis. So I highly encourage you to stop what you're doing and go listen to those, and then come back here and listen to our final 3 Next Gen Awardees. With that, let's hear from Jamal Muhammad. Jamal, thank you so much for coming to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's just jump right in. Can you tell me about yourself? Where you're from, what you do, that kind of stuff.
I was born, raised, and educated right here in South Memphis. I have to thank my mother and father. They really homeschooled me, and they really were able to tie my interest of technology, connecting with people through my education. So I was able to join different programs like Code Crew. Was a program where I was able to communicate with other peers of mine that had interest in computer science, learn from different teachers that were able to not only pursue their education in computer science, but also make careers out of it. I was able to get my first internship through Code Crew, so that was a wonderful experience. I got a chance to do a gaming studio internship with a local company.
Very cool.
So that was fun. I got a chance to join the Light Memphis program. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It was a program that was tailored to educating the youth in Memphis on how to become entrepreneurs. So I was able to kind of take my software engineering skill set and kind of pair that with a business model. Mm-hmm. So learning how to do a elevator pitch, not only selling my ideas, but also myself. So that was kind of an interesting experience. From there, I got a chance to do the Memphis Employee Program. So I was able to work with MLG&W, working in their, I think it was the electric meter, smart meter program. So I was able to work there. Kind of got a chance to take my talents to Lemoyne College, the greatest hidden gem in the city of Memphis. Studied computer science there. Got a chance to do 2 FedEx internships. I was Mr. Freshman, and I was the vice president of the SGA in my junior year. So I got a chance to work different areas around campus. I worked in the help desk kind of area for the Lemoyne. Graduated in 2023 and currently working with M Street Fiber, formerly known as Blue Suede Networks, here in the city of Memphis.
So what do you do with M Street Fiber?
That's a lot, but I would say kind of being the resident tech guy, being the youngest guy on staff. But simply, I would say it's analyzing, reporting, and ensuring accuracy of data from different aspects of our project, communicating with different groups like AT&T, MLG&W, the city of Memphis, whether that's tracking permitting applications or making sure we're hitting our goals and metrics by the city of Memphis. So
for those who haven't heard or don't exactly know what M Street Fiber is, could you just give us a quick 1 or 2 sentences about what y'all do?
M Street Fiber is a fiber infrastructure company here in the city of Memphis. They have different projects throughout the United States, but their goal is to build a network here in the city of Memphis that is geared towards lowering that digital divide and making sure we can bring high-speed internet to the city of Memphis.
That is a really cool project, and it's, I think I have heard from our G-Merge, which is our research team, that the fiber network here in Memphis is one of the largest fiber investments in the country, and I just think that that's a really cool project for our city and a really cool opportunity for us to make moves and improve our community. So you talked about Code Crew a bit, right?
Yeah.
You serve as a technology coach there. What prompted you to start doing that, and why is it meaningful work to you?
Oh, man. Code Crew was really my first, I guess, really introduction into the city of Memphis, really, when I look into it, because I was homeschooled. So I had different programs that I would be a part of, but Code Crew was really a place that I could feel like home. away from home. So being able to go back and give back to students to show them that here I am, a former student of Code Crew, that it is possible to go get your education in computer science or whatever field of technology you want to get it in. You can work in your field and you can enjoy yourself, and that people see you, and that to show them that they are needed in spaces like this. I think that's kind of how we make Memphis greater, is showing how that our youth are needed in different spaces. It's important to know that the little girl in Frasier is needed in the rooms where they're talking about biomechanics, or the little boy from South Memphis is needed in the room where they're discussing mechanical engineering. So to show them that it's important to be involved and to be able to give back and be an example to someone who's in that program is just amazing.
That must be a really full circle moment for you, having started there, and now you're at an age where you can be the coach that impacted your life.
Yes.
But be that for somebody else.
Yes, it was definitely interesting kind of seeing day to day when I was teaching classes or assisting teaching classes, seeing certain students that were really passionate about it. And, everybody doesn't want to do coding. So there's some students that really loved it, some that were kind of, just there for the class. But to be able to connect to the students that really enjoyed it and show that, okay, I see you, me and you both can communicate this. Everybody else may not understand it to the depth that you do, but I can see you. And, to really kind of grow that person's knowledge and show them that there's other people that can see you.
Yeah, that's really special. I want to know, why do you choose to live, work, and play here in Memphis?
Like I said, Memphis has raised me. I've been to different cities, Chicago, Atlanta, all of these places, and they're beautiful headlines, Instagram stories, great. But when I think about somewhere I could really, truly live out my dreams, there's nowhere else that comes to mind but the city of Memphis. And it's the only city I can truly see myself becoming a next-generation leader is here in the city of Memphis. So that's why I choose to be here. I choose to continue staying here. Like I said earlier, being able to be someone that someone else can see as here's a Memphian that grew up in South Memphis that can not only get his education here, but can thrive here in the city.
That's a great answer. I want to know, as a young professional, what advice do you have for other young professionals who, might want to make an impact or do something here in Memphis?
The journey is long. The road gets rough. To get to that one yes, you may have to sit through 50 to 100 no's. But you have to keep your head up high. This is the city where grit and grind lives. So if no one's willing to give you an opportunity, you can make one for yourself. So be willing to not allow anyone else to kind of create the circumference of your greatness. You can go out there and continue to do the work. As long as you put the hours in, you are confident, walking strong, speaking with authority, man, you can do anything. You're from Memphis.
You sure can. Yep. And so my last question, how do you make Memphis greater?
Like I said earlier, one, with the M Street Fiber program, Memphis and throughout the world, internet is becoming an increasingly required utility. So being able to, in education, for myself during the pandemic, I had to make sure I had a steady internet connection to go through classes, to submit assignments, to communicate with friends. And then you have an even greater population that is starting to grow to work from home. So to be able to make sure that those people have an avenue to provide for their families is beautiful. And then with Code Crew, working with them, striving to be a good example for this next generation. And the work isn't done, but you have to put in the work today to see the fruits of it tomorrow. So
you sure do.
Striving to making Memphis greater.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and want to congratulate you on being a Next Gen 10.
Woo! Yes, thank you so much.
Something that I really learned from this conversation with Jamal was that it's important that we make our own opportunities and that Memphis has so many of those. It's incredible to see people who were born and raised in this city and have found a greater path in this city, who have used that path and made Memphis greater. Now let's hear from Brent Hooks. Brent, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yes, good morning. I'm definitely excited to be here, and you have on my favorite color this morning. So
Thank
cool.
you. Green for our listeners.
Yes, indeed.
We are excited to have you here and excited to talk to you for a bit. So let's just start off with you telling me about yourself.
So I come from a legacy of leadership, civic leadership, and public service. My background is in accounting, finance, and strategy, and I am currently serving as the regional vice president for Cornerstone Engineering.
So tell us a little bit about what Cornerstone Engineering does.
Yes, so Cornerstone, we are a full-service AEC firm, but we specialize primarily in structural, environmental, and geotechnical engineering. So structural engineering, we make sure the buildings stand up. Geotechnical engineering, we make sure that the ground and the location that you pick to build on is stable. And environmental, we make sure that there is no contaminations in the soil or water.
Yeah, that sounds like an important job.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about something that you said in your application video, something that really stuck out to us.
Heard.
This is a quote from you. You said, "Memphis is my home, and everything I do, professionally and personally, is rooted in helping the city grow stronger, smarter, and more inclusive." And so what I want to know is, how do you do that?
Well, I think that's a perfect topic to discuss. One way is through mentorship and just service. Currently, big announcement, I am launching the ACE Mentoring, which is a national organization that encourages students to go into STEM careers, specifically into architectural, construction, and engineering careers. It's in cities like Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, New York, and LA. And what it does is it provides pathways and introductions for those high school students to careers within this field.
That's awesome. That is incredible. So why do you choose to live, work, and play in Memphis?
Well, I believe Memphis has soul, it has integrity, and I think that it's a place that whatever you put into it, it gives back. So I was raised in Memphis, and now it's an opportunity for me to build in it. So being in the architectural development and construction realm, it allows me to see the art, culture, and infrastructure transform in the city of Memphis. So I'm excited about some of the opportunities that Memphis provides. And as the chamber knows, you've been promoting the Digital Delta. It's just a place where innovation can occur.
Yeah, I mean, we are, as a city, prime for success, prime for a tech hub, prime for, a STEM ecosystem in terms of workforce, economic development projects. And so it is exciting, especially as a native Memphian, to see how our city is changing and growing and growing at the speed at which it's growing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask, what is your advice or a call to action you might have for other young professionals?
Personally, I think that all young professionals should get involved, but also stay curious and dream big. If I would, like I said, I think the city of Memphis is a place where if you get involved and you show that you have some creativity and you want to participate, just like the next gen, this is a place where the city will highlight you and allow you to have that opportunity. There are a number of organizations and individuals who provide that. We have a ton of nonprofits here, and we have a ton of organizations that really support the next generation of leaders. So just by actively wanting to get involved, you can do that.
I mean, it is our young professionals who are the future of Memphis. It is people like you and me who are going to be the ones leading our city to the future. And so it's important that we do dream big and that we do get involved, because without us, the future generation of Memphis, doing anything, Memphis is going to stay the way it is.
So there's a quote by Daniel Burnham, who is a great city planner and architect. He says, dream big because small dreams have no ability to stir men's soul. And so I try to live by that quote and just continue to promote dreaming big, but also encouraging others to dream big and stay curious as well.
That is a really, really impactful quote. I've got one last question for you. How are you making Memphis greater?
Again, I think it's just by staying involved. I think ACE Mentoring is, since it's a national organization, it will have a local impact on a national scale here. And I'm really just looking forward to connecting with some of the high school students and showing them different projects and putting them through workshops and connecting them to careers. So I think my main goal is to continue to just stay involved. Like I said, I'm on a number of different boards, from the Film and TV Commission to New Ballet Ensemble, who just acquired Humes, and we're looking to build a publicly funded independent school for the arts, and just being involved. I think that we have a number of organizations that allow you to do that, and it's a place where I want to be.
Thank you for just giving back to the community through mentorship and really cultivating the digital Delta in different ways. And congratulations on being a recipient of the Next Gen Award.
Thank you.
One of my favorite things that I heard from Brent was stay curious, dream big, and get involved. Those were the three things that I took away from that conversation. And I just think that it is so true. We all need to stay curious, dream big, and get involved in our community. Now, let's hear from our last Next Gen awardee, Jameson Murrey. Jameson, thank you so much for coming on to the Talk Chamber today.
Thank you for having me. And I just want to start by saying thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And it is just an honor and a privilege to be here. So I'm so appreciative of, the Young Professionals Council and the Greater Memphis Chamber. Just so humbled and honored to be here right now with you. So thanks for having me on.
Of course, we are so excited to have you and so excited to just hear your story and have so many great young professionals in our community.
Oh my goodness, I know. So many. And so many I've met and made friends with and maintained friendships with through YPC. Yeah. So really excited for everyone.
It is super excited. So on that note, let's go ahead and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are from, what you do, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Jonesboro, Arkansas, so about an hour away. And not to jump straight into my career, but St. Jude has really been a part of my life for a really long time. So I had a friend who their sibling was diagnosed and treated at St. Jude. I did mathathon and really just had this passion for servant leadership and was able to find that, through my experience with St. Jude. So I went and attended Arkansas State University, where I became president of the St. Jude fundraising organization on campus. That kind of pipelined me into an internship at ALSAC St. Jude, which is the fundraising and awareness organization for the mission, and really haven't looked back. I've been there, I think I celebrated 11 years in Memphis and at ALSAC St. Jude in August, and have just been rocking and rolling there. Outside of my professional career, which is incredibly important to me and such a privilege and honor, love staying active in Memphis, whether it's workout classes, going to Grizz games. I'm a huge advocate and really always at Tom Lee Park. So me and my pup are there constantly walking and running, but really just try to use all of the opportunities and amenities that Memphis has, and always something new to do. So love being here and love being able to experience it.
How did you get to Memphis?
Yes, so it's really interesting.
And why did you, and to pair with that, why did you choose Memphis?
Yeah, so I would say first and foremost, obviously my job. So I moved here. It's crazy to think, I don't even think I was 21 yet. Had my internship and moved here on a whim and really wanted to go all in on experiencing my internship in the city of Memphis and at ALSAC St. Jude. So moved here about 11 years ago, but more importantly, I decided to stay, which I think is so crucial to the future of our city. And I just really love the culture. I think, Memphis is so unique. It's not a Nashville. It's not a Knoxville. It's Memphis, and it has its own unique grit, as I know we all like to say. But I think that bleeds into the people too, and just the community that we have here. I've made some amazing friends. I have amazing colleagues. And I think through organizations like YPC and others, you get really connected in and just have such an amazing surround of people who are not only passionate about you and your growth and opportunity, but the city of Memphis as well.
Yeah, and And it's just, I mean, I'm a born and raised Memphian, so I have had I have lived here pretty much my whole life. I've had a few times where I've lived other places for short periods of time, but I always come back to Memphis, and it's the thing that I love most is, like you said, that culture, that community, those people. And it's something that you don't find very often across other cities, is a group of really awesome people.
Yes, I know. We are so privileged, and I think that's what excites me most about the future is just not only the people who are here and now, but really that next generation as well.
Of course. So in your application, you talked about how doing good can transform communities. Do you have a story or an anecdote that you could maybe share with us where you saw good transforming a community?
Yes. I am just so blown away by the amount of people and resources that we really lean into from an education perspective. I've been lucky to be a part of several different organizations here in Memphis. I think about Streets Ministries that really serves the immediate community and provides educational resources and systems, and has just been such a great resources in areas of the city that needs it most. And then I think about my time mentoring with Grizzlies Prep and being in the Green Dot school system, and even at Alsac St. Jude, we have mentorship opportunities for community schools. So really thinking through and being a part of, again, that next generation. And we're talking about like 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, like the next generation, I think is so important and so crucial to setting our city up for success. So I've loved to see the impact there. I loved my time as a mentor, and it's been really cool to, stay connected with other individuals that I've mentored throughout the years and just see them flourish. And they may stay here, they may not, but being able to be a small piece of setting them up for success for the rest of their lives at a really crucial age, I think has been such a privilege and a blessing. And I've loved being a part of their journey too.
No, that's perfect. That is so perfect. And as we're kind of talking about the next generation, in terms of people who are the next leaders of the city, that would be the millennial Gen Z group of people. But there are still young professionals that are still up and coming, and we can even learn from each other as peers. So what is your advice or a call to action that you have for other young professionals in Memphis?
Yeah, I thought a lot about this. I would say it's easy to get connected in Memphis. We have so many organizations, whether that be nonprofit, leadership, professional development. The hard part is staying connected and really committing to not only connecting with organizations and opportunities in the city, but we just talked about all of the great people here. So I would really challenge others to really utilize that connectivity, whether it be an organization like YPC or opportunities provided by the chamber, but really those people that you meet. I mean, I've had friends through YPC that I've kept for the last 6-7 years or so, and call them, about various professional and non-professional advice. And so really, again, leveraging people, leveraging that connectivity. We have such great people here. And I think just continuously remembering to lean into that is so important, but so beneficial.
My last question for you is, how do you make Memphis greater?
I think by leading with purpose. As a young professional, although some days I don't feel that young, but
you sure are.
One thing that I think differentiates me personally is, pay is great, job title's great, accolades are great. And again, so honored to be here as part of the nomination today. But purpose makes passion easy. And I think really being able to lead, not only working for a mission-driven organization, but a mission-driven city that there's so much opportunity for impact, has really shaped me into the leader I am today. So like I mentioned earlier, there are so many opportunities to get plugged in, make an impact, really stay connected in the community and help others. I love that when I wake up every morning, I'm thinking about what can I do to make either, the mission of St. Jude, greater and have more impact and do my best work there, or, outside of my time in my, professional role, really plugging into the city in ways to help others too.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So glad that you could join us. And again, congratulations. Something I learned from Jameson was that we need to commit to connecting with Memphis and its people. Common thread throughout this whole interview with all of these incredible Next Gen awardees was how important it is to connect with the city and with its people. So my encouragement for all of you is to connect. Connect with Memphis, connect with its people. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Talk Chamber. We are so glad you're here. If you enjoyed this episode or learned a valuable piece of information, share this episode with a friend or even a colleague. Subscribe to The Talk Chamber to keep up with the latest on the Chamber, economic development, and all things Memphis. Follow us on social media at Memphis Chamber, and we'll see you next time.